Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Griever Productions. Now, for those of you on Patreon, you're probably thinking, James, you just released a BTS video here on Patreon. And yeah, you're right. I did. People on YouTube are probably looking at this going, no, you didn't. Well, guess what? I did a video reacting to BTS's crosswalk video, right? And it's over on Patreon. And it's not on YouTube because the James Corden group blocked it completely. I disputed it, and within the hour of the dispute, nah, absolutely not. So, for anybody who wants to go and see my reaction to their crosswalk video on the James Corden show, link is in the description below to my Patreon. It is there for all free members. You do not have to pay a thing to go and see it, right? Now, what we're going to do a double feature, essentially, for those on Patreon. We're going to have a look at Film Out. Now, this one has been screamed at me to do for a very long time. And I'm finally getting to it. It is a very sleepy morning, but I'm hoping that this kind of wakes me up a little bit. Man, I'm a very tired boy. But let's see how this one goes. Before we do begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help, and it's very much appreciated. But without any further ado, let's get to our reaction of Film Out Live. Now, please keep in mind, when it comes to YouTube, I am filming this differently now. There seems to be a few copyright issues going on is when I use the big image behind me as the actual video itself, but I'm going to try doing it as the small video. On Patreon, it will be the opposite way around. So let's get to this and have a look. Sorry, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to start this again, and I'm going to start this with the subtitles. People have been telling me, put the captions on. Never mind. There's no caption. Okay, I just want to point out, these two that have started this, their voices are just absolutely wonderful. We've heard them sing, a few times before, obviously. And every time it is just wonderful to hear their voices. They are so tender with what they're singing. They are incredible in terms of their control. And they know how to portray emotion. Like, this song is not in a language that I understand, but I'm still feeling the emotion of it, which is super important because, let's face it, some of the best known songs that are in languages other than English, right? If you think of songs like Nessun Dorma and The Prayer and that sort of thing, they're in Italian, right? But people that don't speak those languages, and Time to Say Goodbye, that's another one as well, or Con te partirò. They are songs that, traditionally a lot of people won't understand, but they still get the emotion of it. And these guys do a very similar thing, and it makes me, and it's exciting, and it's nice because whilst you don't need to understand the words, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to call up some lyrics after this, and we'll go through those as well. While we don't understand necessarily what they're singing, well, I don't anyway, it is beautiful. Go back a second here. I love that line. Hang on, that melody line that he just went to there. Da, 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 da. That's lovely. That's a really interesting melodic choice. I wouldn't have thought that's where that was going to go. Okay, I think there was 3-part harmony there. Give me a sec. I'm going to go back and have a quick listen to that again. Okay, now it was 2-part, but then there was the octave, which is technically a harmony. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people have been suspecting what my biases are, and a lot of people have said it's Jimin. It's not. It's this man right here. Now, the reason being, right, even though... so the interesting thing for me, right, I usually don't gravitate towards the kind of rap styles, right? But there's something about RM who... I may have pronounced that wrong. I don't know. I've seen it's just 2 letters, which are R and M, so I might have the pronunciation wrong, and I really do apologize. But the reason is there's so much... The tone of this man's voice is so incredibly full that it commands... it absolutely 100% always commands my attention. No matter what's going on around him, it's there. As soon as he opens his mouth, I'm like, all right, I'm in. I don't know why that is, but that is an explanation as to why he is my bias. And here's another thing as well. I know I like to talk about like their strengths. This gentleman here. I love his tone as well because it's so different to the rest of the guys. I don't want this to sound like a negative, what I'm about to say here, but it sounds more nasally and more like centered up in this area of his face when he sings, right? And it has this tone. A lot of people, like in a lot of cases, right, singing like that, I don't necessarily like it, but somehow he pulls it off, and I think it's because of, in this particular case, it's not a case of having this really nasal sound, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can kind of sing like this, and it sounds bloody awful, right? But he doesn't. Yes, it sounds more kind of centered here, but it still sounds wonderful. And in addition to singing like that with the other voices, it's like it almost... it's like it almost fills a gap that the others don't have. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but it is something that I really, really like. I want to hear that harmony again. I love rap harmony. Like, I love when there's a rap, right? Well, it's technically a rap. It's done, and it's strange to call it a rap, right? Because it's done so melodically, where a lot of rap is more obviously keeping a rhythmic thing going, right? And it's not usually melodic, but these guys rap so melodically that it's like they're just singing normally anyway. So it gives them the opportunity to have these harmonies going, and that's beautiful. It's just it's so beautiful over the top. And once again, his going into head voice is impeccable. He has a wonderful skill, the way that he does that so effortlessly. Like, let's go back and listen to that line. Like, it's beautiful. It's nice. Wow. Okay. Interesting, because the way that Jimin hit those notes there is not something that we've seen, well, that I've seen him do before in the previous videos. Okay, so here's the thing, right? He's a natural tenor, right? His voice naturally sits in that tenor sort of range. There's and I have absolutely no doubt about that. What he did there, and I'm not sure if a lot of people noticed this, a lot of people in that area of the voice would have gone into some form of head voice or falsetto, and he didn't, right? He didn't do that. I don't even know if he used mixed voice for that. Because because when you go into the different areas of the voice, right? So chest voice, mixed voice, head voice, that sort of thing. There's a change, like there's an audible change. Now, he didn't have an audible change, which says to me that he kind of did that in his chest voice, unless, right? And this is a big speculation. I don't know if this is the case or not, but maybe he's always singing in mid voice. I don't know, right? Because without hearing that noticeable audible change, I can't tell if he's in one or the other. And as much as I want to think that he is in his chest voice and belting it, I'm not sure. And it's this line that has made me not sure. Because even natural tenors getting up into that area, if I can get my keyboard to work. Okay, where is he? So he's hitting an F, which is a high F. Like that's an F4, if I'm not mistaken. I need to hear it again. Okay, so he hits an F4. Like, that is incredibly high for any tenor, right? Like, but I can't tell anymore whether or not he is in a mixed voice always, or if his change between chest voice and head and mixed voice is so good that you can't hear it. And that's interesting. I think I heard it there. Hang on. I think I heard him go down. I think I heard him go down into chest voice in da, 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 da. I think that note. I think he went into chest voice. So now I'm questioning whether he's in falsetto or head voice all the time, or if he's in mixed voice. I want to have a chat with him. Seriously, I want to have a chat with him. He may not know the answer, and it's completely possible he doesn't know the answer. But I'm super intrigued by that now, and my brain is now at the stage where it needs to know, and I'm hyperfixating on the answer. Look, that's head voice. Wow, that's wonderful, right? That is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna look up the lyrics. Ah, yes, give me the lyrics in Korean. That will help me understand. How about English translation? Here we go. Okay. Interesting. Now, a lot of people have been saying, right, that their lyrics are like top notch, and I believe it, right? I feel as though there's only so much that a voice can carry a band before you look for the substance in what the lyrics are saying, and I feel as though that their lyrics have to be good, right? Because otherwise they wouldn't be nearly as popular as they are, right? Like, don't get me wrong, good looks and a good voice will get you so far, right? But if there's no substance, you know, you guys know what I'm saying here. Which, now, looking at this, you in my imagination so vivid, as if you are right there, but I reach out my hand, you suddenly disappear. It's incredibly poetic. Like, this stuff is incredibly poetic, and I'm here for it. All the memories stored in my heart, I gather up the ones of you, link them together, gazing at... Wow. Decay too far gone, absorbing no light or water, sealing my wounded heart with rootless, leafless vow. Two glasses placed side by side, their role never fulfilled, just as they were since you last touched them. Okay, I completely understand. I understand now what people have been saying when it comes to top-notch lyrics. These are, as I said, incredibly poetic, and these are the sort of lyrics that make some of the greatest songs. Like, if you think of some of the greatest songs ever to exist, right? Not only are they musically beautiful, lyrically you've got something that you grab onto as well. For instance, people love Bohemian Rhapsody, because if you go through the lyrics of that, it's phenomenal, right? This is on a very similar level poetic-wise. Memory stored in my heart. I gather up the ones of you, link them together, gazing at the project across the room. I fall asleep with you vivid in my arms. Oh. Wow. Okay. This is beautiful. All right, so realistically what I should have done, right, is have the video and then have the lyrics on the side. I should have been following along. But I need to go back and listen to it again. Seriously, I'm going to go and listen to it again with this now in mind. Because that is going to change some stuff. Look, it's no secret that I have now become a fan. By any stretch of the imagination. I am absolutely a fan now. And I love what they do. This was wonderful. So thank you to literally everybody. Because I know that I'm sure that 60 to 70% of the comments, and there have been a lot of comments on this video, on all of the BTS videos, that have called out for this song. And honestly, thank you guys, because this is just beautiful. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, like or favorite if you enjoyed. Leave in the comments below what you'd like me to react to next, because this is, wow, absolutely stunning. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much. Subscribe, do all that sort of thing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.